This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, Hazleton's own Joe Madden is a step closer to the 2016 World Series. Hear what he had to say after the Cubs eliminated the Giants next. Hi everyone, I'm Ken Kara. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you're having a great Wednesday, and I hope you're ready for your local information from FYI and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. It was looking like the National League Division Series was heading back to Chicago for a decisive Game 5. Then the Cubs scored 4 runs in the 9th inning to grab a 6-5 lead over the San Francisco Giants. Aroldis Chapman struck out the side in the bottom of the 9th, and when all was said and done, it was the biggest 9th inning comeback in a clinching postseason game ever. Cubs manager and Hazleton's own Joe Madden now has a chance to get back to the World Series. After Game 4 in San Francisco, he talked about the win and the expectations on his team.
I think we're building that reputation just like the Giants have established that reputation, that you do play to the last drop, and that at this time of the year you could better come with your A game because we're going to show up for 27 outs. Listen, it's impressive that we beat them. Regardless of what their record was this year, and I know they had their travails in the second half, but they're outstanding, and they're just their professionalism and how they play is really it's high and it's top notch. And so I think it's for us to be able to beat them and beat them here in this particular game. Hopefully, I think that bodes well for the future in regards to how we feel about ourselves. And we love it. I'm telling you, man, that's a good word. Expectations is a good word, and because normally it means that you have something good attached to it at the other side. It's pressure, expectations. I want our guys to thrive on those 2 words for the years to come. I want the whole organization to. That means there's a lot expected of you. Good. There should be. We should all have a lot expected of us, and then it should manifest itself in the sense that it should bring out the best in you. And I think that you saw that tonight within our group. You've seen it all season. That's actually like 106 wins, I think, for the year. That's pretty significant, and so all those things I want to have us channel in a positive direction.
How cool was that shirt Madden had on? And I love the backwards hat. The Cubs will face either the Los Angeles Dodgers or the Washington Nationals in the National League Championship Series, and that starts on Saturday. In other news, state police are looking for a runaway. 15-year-old Gabrielle Elizabeth Dakin of Drums was last seen yesterday around 2:45 p.m. in the area of the Hazleton Area Career Center. She is 5 foot 4 inches tall, 110 pounds, has red hair and braces, and was wearing black pants, a green shirt, black boots, and a black jacket. Anyone with information is asked to call state police. A popular Penn State tradition returns to the Penn State Hazleton campus this Sunday. Lisa Sugart has the details.
Community Day 2016 is just around the corner this Sunday, as a matter of fact, at the Penn State Hazleton campus. I am pleased to be joined by the Chancellor of Penn State Hazleton, Dr. Gary Lawler. We are ready, right?
We are Penn State, and we are ready, Lisa. Thank you so much for having us here today. We're really excited about this weekend's activities. We're looking forward to everything that's going to be happening on campus. We invite the community up to go through and to see the many renovations that we're doing on campus. It's an exciting time. There's a lot of building going on, and it is a great time to experience the fall. The beautiful foliage that's on campus, et cetera, is going to be a really terrific weekend, and we are just looking forward to having all of our fellow community members on campus.
People travel long distances to get a view like they get right here in their own backyard. So this is truly beautiful. So many things happening between 1 and 4 that they'll have to try to fit it all in. I know some really great things. There's going to be a Coach and Vera Bradley bingo that will benefit Thon, and we all want to help out Thon. So a lot of the proceeds will benefit Thon. So that's a great organization.
And if folks aren't familiar with Thon, Thon is the dance marathon for pediatric cancer that supports the Four Diamonds Fund and is the largest student-run philanthropy in the world. And so we're very excited about the opportunity not only to bring the community on campus, but to also have the benefits going towards Thon. So I think it's certainly a great opportunity for people to support this organization, and we're excited to be a part of it.
And in addition to the bingo that will be benefiting them, there's going to be great tricky trays as well. There's
Oh,
going to be food. There's going to be everything.
There is. There's going to be food. There's going to be the tricky trays, as you mentioned. There's certainly going to be many free things for folks to do as well, including horse and carriage rides, free creamery ice cream scoops, which is always a terrific favorite among not only our community, but I think the community in the region and certainly around the state. So it's certainly an opportunity to come up and be able to take part in that. And we are just really excited to be able to show off our beautiful 125-acre campus to all those people that support us from around the region.
And one last thing I wanted to mention, I know this time it's new, they've never had a cooking demonstration as part of Community Day. And the culinary, anytime you get fed at Penn State, trust me, it is wonderful because they are just fabulous. So they're going to be giving out some of their trade secrets.
They are indeed.
Jonathan.
They're going to be giving a nice chef demonstration during the middle of the afternoon, and it's going to be a great opportunity for folks to be able to see the kinds of culinary work that our folks actually go through and do.
All right. Well, I'm so glad that you could join us. We hope that a lot of people will come out this Sunday from 1 to 4. It is Community Day 2016 happening at the Penn State Hazleton campus. Tell all your family and friends, come on out for free creamery ice cream. You're not going to want to miss that. We know that for sure. And of course, those great photos with the Nittany Lion. Can't leave without one of those, right?
Absolutely. Thank you, Lisa. Yes.
All right. Dr. Gary Lawler, the chancellor here at Penn State Hazleton. We'll see you on Sunday.
Thanks, Lisa. This Friday, you're invited to Beer, Wine, Dine, and 9 to benefit the Community Services for Sight. Enjoy 9 holes of golf, beer and wine, tasting, and dinner. Or come just for the dinner and tastings. It's this Friday, starting at 3 p.m. at the Sugarloaf Golf Club. You can register the day of the event. Coming up on FYI, a spooky preview of this year's Partysville Haunted Trail. And in sports, Dave Seaman and I discuss local tennis, Penn State football, and David Ortiz's farewell to baseball.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Hey, welcome to this week's segment of Wild About Hunting. This week I want to talk really quick to you a little bit about scent control and how you're preparing yourself to head back to the tree stand and get into the woods and chase that trophy whitetail or that mature doe. You know, deer have great eyesight, they have wonderful hearing, but most importantly their best sense is their nose, their sense of smell. So if you can't beat a deer's nose, you're probably not going to get that close shot at getting that deer on the wall or putting meat in your freezer. One of the things we all pay attention to is we get dressed, we're getting ready to head back to the stand. We always spray down. At Wild About Hunting, we use Bucks and Beard Stealth Odor Eliminator to spray down here. And when we get to the stand, people always hang a lot of scent. Early season, regular doe urine, or when we get into the rut, you're using some estrus, doe and estrus. We have our buck cages that we have them filled with doe urine and estrus when it gets to that time of year. And we also pay attention a lot to when we're getting into the tree stand is our wind direction. So we want to always look which way the wind's going to help us pick maybe which stand location that we're going to go at. But what are you doing before you leave your house and get in your truck to drive to the woods? Well, here are some tips that maybe you can do as far as washing your clothes and making sure you're prepared. What I do is I make sure I wash my clothing in scent-free clothes wash, and obviously I use scent blocker clothing wash. Now once that's all said and done, what I'll then do is I'll take it out and I'll either hang it on the line and spray it down again with Bucks and Beard Stealth Odor Eliminator, or if I can't hang it outside, I'll put it in the dryer and I still spray it down with that before it goes in the dryer, because that's going to help kill any human odors, any unwanted odors that we have. Once your drying cycle is done, then you've got to store that somewhere. There's a lot of great products out there. I personally use the Plano Synergy waterproof, dustproof, scent-proof bins. You can get them at Walmart. You can order them online. They're relatively inexpensive. They've got a really nice O-ring around it that keeps human odor, dust, and water out, and it's a great way to store your stuff when you're getting ready to go on a hunt. Plus, they're great for packing all your gear into your truck if you're going away on a trip. So those are your tips. Take them into consideration. Put them to work for you, okay? I guarantee it'll definitely help you get set on your next hunting trip, and maybe even get you close enough to get a shot at that big trophy buck of a lifetime, or put some meat in your freezer. That's all the time I got for this week for the Wild About Hunting segment. I got a date with a tree stand, so we'll see you next week somewhere in the hunting woods. I gotta go.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
Here's our local forecast now from the National Weather Service. Tonight, partly cloudy, low of 48 degrees as we take a look at downtown Hazleton. On the extended forecast, Thursday, 50% chance of showers, mainly after 11 a.m. Our high will be 59. At night, we'll get down to 39 degrees, 20% chance of showers. Friday, sunny with a high near 54. Friday night, mostly clear, low in the 30s again. Saturday, we're up in the upper 50s with sunny skies. Saturday night, mostly clear, low of 42. Sunday, mostly sunny, high of 60. And Sunday night, 30% chance of showers, mostly cloudy, our lows 50 degrees.
It is one of the most popular Halloween time traditions in our area. I'm talking about the Partysville Haunted Trail. And guess what? It gets underway tomorrow and runs through Saturday, and then another special event on Sunday. Here to tell us all about the wonderful happenings are two members who are involved with this wonderful project each and every year. Scott Grusetsky is a tour guide with the Haunted Trail, and also with us tonight is Allie Pogwist, and she will be a character as part of the trail itself. Scott, I'm going to start with you. You told me you've been a tour guide. How long have you been doing this?
About 5 years now.
And I guess it's a lot of fun, or you wouldn't come back year after year, right?
Yes, I do.
So now all the fun kicks off tomorrow. So tell us all about it.
Well, we have a lot of great events. We have games for the kids. We have a selfie station, and on Saturday we're gonna have a magician perform.
Oh, wow. So this isn't your average haunted trail. You have some really unique things taking place there.
Yes, we do, and it changes every year.
Well, that's good to know. So for anybody who's been a faithful fan over the years past, they'll come out to see something different. What time does it all start, and how long does it go?
It starts at 7:00 p.m. on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It's the 13th, 14th, and 15th.
All righty. So, and the cost of going through it?
$4.
Wow, that's really reasonable, too. You get a lot of scare for that $4. And then, as Scott said, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you go through the Haunted Trail starting at 7 o'clock with the last tour going through at 10. And then on Sunday, there's another special event, but this one is free. So, Allie, what is this on Sunday?
On Sunday, it's Scary Story Night.
Okay, so what are you going to be doing?
It's basically you tell stories to kids, and yeah, basically it. Yeah.
So it's free, and they come out. Do you want them to be dressed in costume when they come out?
At 5 o'clock, there is a costume contest.
Okay. And then they'll all sit down and enjoy the stories. But you told me the best part, well, one of the best parts of this whole event is what? What we eat.
Yeah, you don't even have to go through the Haunted Trail. You just can come for the food if you want to.
What type of good food are we talking about?
Oh, they have soups, hot dogs, hot chocolate, water. It's all great food.
So that sells out probably pretty fast.
Yes, it does.
So you got to get there early if you want to enjoy all the great things happening. You've been doing this, you told me, is this your third year?
Yes, this is my 3rd year.
And why do you keep coming back every year?
It's just so fun just being in the trail and just participating in it.
All right. Well, it's been one of the longest lasting traditions around this time of the year, and it's all for a really wonderful cause. It benefits the Partysville Recreation Association. Scott, what does it help do for the community?
It just mainly helps the upkeep of the playground, to take care of the grounds and the rides, or not the rides, the swing set, the jungle gym, and the pavilion.
All right. Well, that's good. Now, somebody might be wondering, how do I get there? So it's easy to find.
Yes, it is. All you have to do is go down the Partysville Road. Just stay on that road past the church, and you'll find it. Or you can just follow the screams.
I like that. Follow the screams. Very good. You can tell he's been doing this for a while. I bet he's a great tour guide, so I think you should find out. It all starts tomorrow at 7 p.m. Again, it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, starting at 7, and then the free Scary Story Night at 5 p.m. on Sunday. Don't forget about the great food. It is the Pardeesville Haunted Trail. Bring your appetite and bring all your friends.
Thanks again, Lisa. Now here's your midday winning lottery numbers. Pick 2, 6-2, pick 3, 616, pick 4, 0973, and pick 5, 27926. Dave and I talk a lot about what's going on in the sports world when we come back on FYI.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
What a great time of year, and it's great to have Dave Seaman with us from the Standard Speaker. And Dave, we have baseball playoffs going on right now, and local playoffs starting off as well. We had local tennis, the Hazleton area girls tennis team, Dave. They lose in the teams portion of the AAA District 2 playoffs, but we still have doubles coming up and also singles, and the Lady Cougars great chances to make really a lot of noise in those two tournaments. Anthony Bellino covering Lady Cougars for you guys.
Yeah, I think the girls tennis team has the program where it's come the last 2 years, winning Wyoming Valley Conference championships in each of the past 2 seasons. A lot of their all their single players are coming back. You know they're going to be in position to win the conference championship again, and I know they want to take that next step to district championship. A little bit improved doubles play, and they'll be able to accomplish that.
Dave, when I was talking with their new coach, Katie Pavlik, and also some of the girls there, the singles players, they said, listen, we want to build the program up. We want to get more numbers in here. And I asked Coach Pavlik, I said, these girls seem like they're great representatives in the school for you. And she said, oh yeah, I think the numbers will be up. I think the success we're having will help, and the Lady Cougars should be able to sustain the success they're having right now. Dave, Penn State football now, and wow, Penn State fans feeling good after the win against Maryland. Maryland came into Beaver Stadium undefeated. You talk about how close the games have been between those two teams the past 2 seasons. All of a sudden, Penn State runs away with this one. Everything you wanted to click for this team, Dave, started to this week. Saquon Barkley, more plays designed for him to go outside. The defense coming together, even though they are banged up. I really noticed Marcus Allen in that secondary, Dave, stepping up, a true leader on that defense. He makes some big time plays. And Brandon Smith, former walk-on, feel-good story, helping out in a big way as the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week. And on offense for me, Dave, Mike Jasicki just having quite the bounce-back season. Last year struggled, a lot of drops. This year he seems to be catching everything, and he's a favorite target for Trace McSorley. How you feeling after 4-2 going into the bye week?
I think we're watching kind of like what the Eagles did, though. Eagles went into their bye, and they had a little bit of rust. So if you're a Penn State fan, you don't want to have that rust coming out of the bye. But I think the Nittany Lions have shown since they lost to that game at Michigan where they were really blown out and really went in the game. But as we're seeing, Michigan's they're not selective on who they beat up on, because Rutgers was on the receiving end this past week. But the Nittany Lions bounced back very well from that loss at Michigan. They've shown some great improvements along the offensive line. That was the biggest surprise, the big takeaway from that game is that their offensive line has really shown that they're maturing a little bit. It's definitely been better than it's been the last 2 years. Christian Hackenberg's probably wondering where was this offensive line 2 years ago, but you need the experience. We said that till they get the experience, and the fact that they did it like pushing Maryland around on the line of scrimmage and dominating the line of scrimmage, I think that bodes well for the future. The pass game wasn't there, but they weren't really concentrating on the passing game. We know the passing game is there. They showed against Pittsburgh when Trace McSorley gets time, you have the receivers to throw the ball to. Now that the running game is an option, the pass game could be an option. Get that mix, and I think the Nittany Lions could be in business.
I'm not saying it's going to happen, Dave, but if you look maybe past that Ohio State game, who knows what will happen there. But every game the rest of the way, it might be winnable for Penn State. They'll at least should be in all of the games the rest of the way for the Nittany Lions. Well, Dave, it was a special moment for me earlier this week. I was at Fenway Park for David Ortiz, his last game there. Got to record, when he came out after they lost the game, but came out for one last curtain call. It was very emotional. Grown men crying in Fenway. I was one of them, Dave. And it was truly a special moment. But I was telling you what really mattered to me was when after he walked in his last at-bat, he was getting the crowd at Fenway pumped up. It was a special moment. Everyone was just going crazy. It was almost like I said, a linebacker trying to get the crowd into the game. Hanley Ramirez then drove in another run for the Red Sox. We were walking after the game, Dave. We were walking back to our hotel, and my one buddy, who's not even a Red Sox fan, saw David Ortiz. It was like an animated cartoon character at a bakery or something, and they were selling muffins. He's just all over that city. And even here, you know, when I talk with there's a lot of Dominicans here in the city from the Dominican Republic. I don't speak a lot of Spanish. Some of them might not speak a lot of English, but honest to God, we'll talk, and I'll communicate with them with David Ortiz. We have that connection now. How important was he culturally and also for sports? Am I overstating it because I'm a Red Sox fan, or did he have that huge impact?
No, I think he did, and I think you look at the Red Sox hadn't won a World Series in how long since David Ortiz came along. Conceivably, the Red Sox could have won even a couple more World Series during that time span, but they won 3 World Championships, and that's something long-suffering Red Sox fans didn't hear about for a generation or two. That the Red Sox never won a World Series till Big Papi came along, and the fact that made Big Papi so successful in Boston, I think, too, was his likability. He was a likable player, and he just was a galvanizing force in that city, especially what happened after the bombings, the marathon bombings in 2013. The Red Sox were on a mission that year, and you just saw it as that season crawled across the months that year, that the Red Sox had something special going that year, and Big Papi was the center of that. And then once they got into the playoffs, he just took over and carried that team on his shoulders, and he accepted the challenge. He always wanted to be at bat when the game was on the line, and more often than not, he delivered.
Well, Dave, we appreciate your time. And as we move into more playoffs, baseball playoffs, and also local playoffs, make sure you're picking up the standard speaker. You made it to the middle of the work week. Reward yourself at Bottlenecks. It's their featured steak entree night with plenty of amazing steak options.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, join the Hazel Township Recreation Department for Halloween in the Park. The event will be held Saturday, October 15th at 1 p.m. at the Township Community Park. The event is free for kids and will feature face painting, hot dogs, cider, candy bags, and more. And don't forget to wear your Halloween costumes. And one more quick announcement, please join the Greater Hazelton Historical Society this Saturday, October 15th from 12 to 4 for the Historic Church Street Autumn Tour. This event will serve as the Historical Society's 2016 annual fundraiser. Registration is at Memorial Park, and tickets can be purchased at the park for $5 per person, and children under 12 are free. For info, just call 570-455-8576. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Daniel P. Alampi. Arrangements are by the Turnbach Funeral Home. Ann L. Ambrook of Weston. Memorial Mass is Friday at 10:30 a.m. in the Sacred Heart Roman Catholic Church. Friends may call Friday from 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Theodore R. Broski of Woodbury, New Jersey. Memorial is Monday at 11 a.m. at the Gardner Funeral Home. Friends may call Monday from 9:30 to 11 a.m. Teresa Dunkelberger, formerly of Tamaqua. Mass is Saturday at 10 a.m. at the St. Peter and Paul Catholic Church. Friends may call Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. and Saturday from 9 to 9:30 at the Zeiselman Gula Funeral Home. Helen Kaminsky Horn of Weatherly. Graveside service is Friday at noon in the Laurel Cemetery. The McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Joseph Kroll of Hazelton. Arrangements will be announced by the McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home. Michael S. Pecor of Sugarloaf Township. Funeral is Friday at 1 p.m. from the Harmon Funeral Home. Friends may call Friday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And Cecilia A. Tomcho of Weatherly. Mass is Friday at 11 a.m. at the St. Elizabeth of Hungary Catholic Church. Friends may call Friday from 9 to 10:45 a.m. Arrangements are by the Kohut Funeral Home. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Amy Slusser of Drums. Amy, if you're watching, give us a call at 570-455-7267, extension 104.
That was fun. Let's do it all again tomorrow. I'll see you then. Take it easy.